I'm Yvonne Okwara Matole on this New Year's Eve. Even as you celebrate, we want to take a look at what the year has been and hopefully look forward to what the year 2017 holds in store for us here. We are now 1.5 hours away from ushering in 2017, and we continue with our special coverage tonight where we're reviewing all the stories that made headlines in the past year. With the opposition determined to field a single candidate to face off with President Uhuru Kenyatta in the August polls. Similar attempts at opposition unity in the run-up to the historic 2002 polls saw a united opposition through the National Rainbow Coalition, NARC. Patrick Amimo has more.
In the run-up to the 2013 polls, opposition leader Raila Odinga teamed up with Kalonzo Musyoka and Moses Wetangula under the Coalition on Reforms and Democracy, CORD, to face off with President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, who contested under the Jubilee Alliance. Uhuru emerged the winner in the hotly contested presidential poll. CORD questioned the first-round win and petitioned the outcome. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Uhuru. With the next poll 7 months away, talk of a united opposition has been on the cards. The opposition CORD wants to craft a formidable alliance similar to the NARC experience of 2002 to boost the opposition's chances of forming the next government. In November, CORD co-principals Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka and Moses Wetangula managed to convince Amani National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi to join them and send home President Uhuru Kenyatta after the August 8th general election.
Kuna jukumu kubwa la kuhakikisha Wakenya wanaondoa serikali ya Jubilee.
We are stronger and more united than ever, ready to face the Jubilee as an expanding opposition.
We must come together and dispassionately agree on a single presidential candidate for the 2017 elections.
Tumemwona Uhuru Western Kenya, mjue alikuwa ameenda huko kuambia Wakenya kwa heri ya kuonana, anaenda nyumbani.
Though the ruling Jubilee administration has been mocking the opposition to name its candidate, the possibility of fielding a single opposition candidate is sending a cold shiver down the spine of Jubilee leaders.
But is now putting down the ambitions, saying that whoever is chosen by the united opposition under NASA, we shall back him. It's the kind of temperature, it's the kind of political terrain that we saw in 2002. It's now alive and very well with us right now. So Jubilee has to plan very strategically, go back to the drawing board. And that's why there's a lot of, if you remember what Moi kept on saying, the outside world is trying to influence Kenyan politics, the outside embassies and so on, we are seeing the same language. We are seeing the same language of almost crying foul before the actual event.
A few months ago, there was a certain feeling of complacency within the Jubilee fraternity. They were taking next year's election as a done deal. They were looking at it as a fait accompli and talking, in fact, of 2022. They have got to go back to the drawing boards. This is happening at a time when there's disaffection in parts of the Rift Valley.
In October, the opposition started a mission to consolidate unity through disciplinary proceedings against politicians deemed to have defected to the ruling Jubilee administration. In November, ODM's Special National Governing Council endorsed proposals by the party's National Disciplinary Committee to expel 10 lawmakers, including Kwale Governor Salim Mvurya, for joining Jubilee. ODM wrote to the Register of Political Parties to delist the rebel leaders from its membership list in order to trigger by-elections. The expelled members appealed for a review of the position, but ODM insisted the party's decision was final. The Register of Political Parties is yet to act on ODM's prayer. In mid-December, during its 4th National Delegates Conference at Kasarani, the Wiper Democratic Movement Party endorsed recommendations by its disciplinary committee to expel 7 rebel MPs, including Machakos Governor Alfred Mutua, for defecting to Jubilee. Ford Kenya also took a similar action to initiate moves to expel 3 MPs who defected to Jubilee, including Turkana Senator John Munyes. The rebels defied summons to appear before Ford Kenya's disciplinary committee for grilling. 2017 provides a litmus test for the opposition leadership on whether they'll walk the talk and field a single presidential candidate to face off with President Uhuru Kenyatta. Kenyans will be watching their body language and listening to their utterances ahead of the polls. Patrick Amimo, KTN News, Nairobi.